Now it's the match we've all been waiting for, although most of these matches have been excellent. But we have been waiting for the main event on September 1st, 2024. Pro Wrestling Noah N1 Finale Show, the N1 Finale match. Kaito Kiyomiya also putting his GHC heavyweight title on the line against Kenoh. Both of these guys have been leaders, have been aces, have been big time guys in pro wrestling Noah for a number of years now, especially Kenoh. Kiyomiya has been around a while too, but not nearly as long as Kenoh, but still a vital part of this company and the GHC champion. I'm Adam Lavelle of WrestlingDoneRight.com. I talk about pro wrestling Noah, the greatest wrestling in the world, wrestling done right. And this match was everything I wanted it to be. It was two partners who recently joined up in the Rebellion faction. And this was also to determine who would lead that faction. And the fact that Kenoh would ever submit to somebody else as leader of something he's a part of is mind-blowing. But these guys worked each other over as only these two can. They have a special, it's not hatred, it's a healthy respect for each other, but because of that respect, they pull out all the stops. They do everything they can. Kenoh will do anything to win. And I don't mean cheating and underhandedness. I just mean put his body on the line, throw it all at the wall, do whatever he can. Kiyomiya, after submitting himself to Keiji Muto and learning his ways, has become better than ever. And he's no Muto clone, but he will use his moves. He will use his setups. He has learned the Shining Wizard and has learned to use that move out of nowhere, if you will, like jumping off the top rope with the Shining Wizard. You know, when he runs in and hits a grounded Shining Wizard, he grabs his opponent's head and pulls it into his shin. The modified Shining Wizard, the normal Shining Wizard, the spinning Shining Wizard. That's not all he's about either. If you've never seen this guy work, which most of you listening to me, I'm sure you have. But the rare case somebody's listening to me wanting to know what Noah's all about. This guy, Kaito Kiyomiya, has just adapted much of what Keiji Muto into a style all his own. He is an aerialist, he's a technician, and he's even a little bit of a power guy. Kiyomiya has it all. Sometimes he's too colorful for me. Sometimes I'm not a big fan of his gear. Sometimes he's a little bit too expressive with it, in my opinion, but it's also a Japanese thing, I believe. So I try not to begrudge him for it. Kenoh, some people are looking at Kenoh like, what are you talking about? Look at this guy's coat. Looks like he's on fire or something. What's that supposed to be? Yeah, Kenoh's a little colorful too, but nowhere near as over the top with it as Kiyomiya is. Kenoh's more of a badass character than Kiyomiya is. Kiyomiya's a baby kissing, handshaking guy, even though here Kenoh seems to be going that direction. I guess being part of the Rebellion is also being fan favorites. I don't know. I'm still trying to figure that out. I don't have a problem with it. I'm just still trying to figure that out. But no, Kenoh just hit those double knee stomps from the second and top rope. They fight outside the ring, into the railing. This match was just excellent. Now, I said in my preview it was guaranteed match of the year. I don't think it rose to that level. I still think it was very good. I am still very, very pleased with it. This was my favorite match of the night. Although I loved that tag team match, that heavyweight tag team match. I do. It was such a throwback. But I really loved this one. And Kenoh was determined to win this, but not quite as much as Kiyomiya. Kiyomiya wins it. Get this, folks, with an arm drag. Now, granted, before the arm drag, he hit several of his Shining Wizards. Before that, he had Kenoh locked in a severe figure four, which took a lot out of Kenoh, which I think led to his loss, honestly. But in honor of Ogawa, who has just retired due to an injury, and he's not going to have a celebration, he's not going to have a match, he's not going to have a card, he's not going to have a party or a celebration, he's just quietly retiring. Kiyomiya finished this with a basic hold taught to him by Ogawa back in the day. It was just a way to honor him, a traditional move, a way to shock Kenoh, who probably never dreamed that the cover would be made after such a move. But it was, and it worked. And it led to our champion, Kaito Kiyomiya, retaining the first time the champion has defended the title in the GHC, let alone retaining it and becoming the leader of the Rebellion. Kenoh shaking Kiyomiya's hand afterward. Everybody, most people thought there's no way Kenoh's staying in this faction and submitting to a leader. But he did. He shook his hand, left him to the center of the ring to celebrate with that huge-ass trophy and that beautiful title belt representing us all as the leader, the ace, the champion of Noah, promising to take it to the forefront of wrestling, and I hope he does. But in the same way, getting to the forefront of wrestling means you have to compromise who and what you are, because wrestling fans don't accept straight-up wrestling anymore. They got to have gaga and goofiness and soap opera crap in their wrestling to love it. And I love Noah for being none of those things. So come on, Kaito Kiyomiya. If you're going to push for the top, push for the top by helping me find members of the IIWC, the intelligent internet wrestling community that know matches like this, cards like this, shows like this is what wrestling is supposed to be. They're still out there. I'm convinced they just have to be won back. Join me in winning them back. Pro Wrestling Noah, Kaito Kiyomiya, Kenoh. Let's get those people back. They've left professional wrestling behind for MMA and other forms of entertainment. Let's bring them back and show them wrestling done right does still exist in Pro Wrestling Noah. I would rate this show a 9 out of 10. Honestly, that 6-man team, which the wrestling was fine, but the chaos, it just wasn't Noah enough for me. That match wasn't Noah. That match was AEW. That 6-man match that I said earlier that I did not care for. I liked those who wrestled in it, but I did not like that match. It's not what Noah is to me. Referees have to matter. Referees should not be no-sold. Referees should not be buried. So I'm taking an entire point off of that. But I love this show. 9 out of 10 is still excellent. Great show. Noah is wrestling. Wrestling is Noah. I'm Adam Lovell of WrestlingDoneRight.com. Thanks for joining me. Check out my site for all my social media links. Please follow me here on this YouTube. If you want to help get the word out about Noah, I need followers. I don't need followers so I can be better known or so I can make money or anything like that. I'm so far away from making money, it's ridiculous. That's not why I'm asking. If you love Noah, subscribe to the YouTube so when wrestling fans log in, my videos will be suggested to them and they can come to find Wrestling Done Right. Will you please help me with that? Thanks again. I'll be back with another video before you know it.